did not come to play with you hoes. I came to slay, bitch. Oh yes, you best to believe it. I always slay. You know I don't play.
For you to be in good standing, try get an average of between 17 to 74, because that average puts you at like a really good standing at getting the NRF bursary. Ayo ThembaBabies, what do you do, babies? How you guys doing? Are you guys good? Are you guys well? Welcome to my channel. If you don't know who I am, but if you're a regular Themba subscriber, why? But if you're a regular Themba baby, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, for being part of my journey. I really like it. I really love it. Wait, it really means so much to me. It really means the world to me. Guys, I'm so excited because I got some beautiful news, and I'm just like so overwhelmed, and I'm so happy, and I'm just so proud of myself. And before I start this video, I would really like to give a big shout out to God, because like God has been so great to me. God has been like so good to me, like in the most beautiful ways possible. Like this year started out as being one of the most challenging years of my life, but as the year is progressing, like blessings upon blessings upon blessings, like everything that I've been praying for, everything that I've been wanting, I'm literally just been getting everything all at once. This is really like shaping out to be the best years of my life, and I'm just so proud and thankful to God. So before we just get started into this video, I'd just like to be like, Lord, shout out to you, and thank you so much for just blessing me like so abundantly this year, you know what I mean? So like we're doing a mukbang. I have some food here, and as I'm talking, I'm gonna be eating. This is actually the food I made for breakfast, but I couldn't eat for breakfast because like I woke up late. So I'm just gonna be eating it now because like I just came back from school and it's like 4 and I'm like super hungry. I haven't eaten the whole day. The food was made, but I couldn't eat it because like I was running out of time. So there's the food. Before I'm also gonna pray. Dear Lord, thank you for the food, thank you for the blessings. Close your eyes. Thank you for ThembaBabies. Thank you for everything. Please bless this food that I'm about to eat in my hands for making it. Hey, and yeah, thank you so much, Father. I love you. I pray in your name, amen. Okay, so guys, today I'll be giving you guys tips on how to apply for the National Research Foundation Scholarship, which is also known as the NRF Bursary. Also, I'm going to be giving you tips on how you can get accepted and what you need to do to get accepted, because like I applied for my honors here, but I got rejected, mainly for the fact that I submitted my ID was supposed to be certified, but it wasn't certified. So they're very strict. Like they have rules and guidelines for a reason. They even have this whole entire PDF of how you're supposed to do things. So we're gonna go to that PDF, and I'm gonna be telling you guys and showing you guys how to do it, because like they're hella strict. Like I said, I did apply for this year for my honors year, but I didn't get accepted because of my ID not being certified. It wasn't because like I didn't meet the requirements or I didn't get a school or whatever the case was. No, it was simply for a small thing. So pay attention to each and every single one of these tricks. And I do have a PDF. I'll attach the link to it in my description below. And then if you need any advice, you can always like text me on Instagram and ask me for help. Like students always like come to me, ask me for help, and I always help them out, because like that's just who I am. So don't feel free to bother me on Instagram if you need help with your application. So this video going to be based on people who want to apply for their masters, their honors, and PhD. Even though I don't have any experience in PhD or the application procedure for PhD, but it's pretty much the same, even though PhD is going to require some more things than others. I got rejected, which was a shock to me, because like all the people who got accepted that I went to school with, or that okay, no one that I went to school with actually got accepted. All the people that I know got averages that were below mine. So it was a shock for me that I actually got like such a high average, but I'm rejected. Like it was like so unfair to me, because like I worked super hard, so why am I not getting accepted? But it is what it is. It's fun. I end up getting funding, and you know, it's one of those things. So now the one for the review scorecard for your honors application. So number one, it is academic merit. So academic merit has a total of 40%, right? So if you are obviously going to be doing your final year now, they're going to check the percentage you average for all your final year marks. Your average mark for all your final year modules. So basically, how you calculate that, if you're doing seven modules, we're gonna say the total mark that you get divided by 7, then you're gonna get your average. And if you're doing 5 modules, you're gonna take the total divided by 5. Doing 10, you're gonna take the total divided by 10. So that's how you calculate your average. So it's based from 0 to 3. If you get 0, that is below average. In NRF, if you get anything below 65%, that is average. That is below average, and automatically you are not eligible for funding. So if your average is less than 65%, don't waste your time to apply for NRF, because you won't get it. Simple as that. If for your first semester you have like an average of 60, and then you know that for second semester you're gonna push hard and get like an average of 70, it's gonna total to an average of 65, then do apply. But if you know yourself that you've never gotten an average of 65 your whole entire undergrad period, and you think now that you're gonna get 65% all of a sudden now for final year, chances are you won't get it unless you like work really hard. So if you know your capabilities, if you know that you're gonna get 65%, it's rather not apply, because like you're just gonna be wasting your own time, and you're gonna be save yourself the hurt of applying and then getting not accepted if you know that you're gonna get 65%. But if you believe in yourself, then you can do it. Then average is like 65 to 69. So 65 to 69. So that puts you like not really at a greater chance, but like it puts you like, okay, there's hope for you. Then for you to be in good standing, try get an average of between 17 to 74, because that average puts you at like a really good standing at getting the NRF bursary. Bear in mind, like that, I think they said they only gave out 1,500 bursaries only, and there's over like 120,000 postgraduate students. So it's a small window. And then if you get 75 to 100%, we have a greater chance of getting it. It doesn't mean that you're gonna get it, but we have a better chance of getting it, which is like an excellent mark. So your academic merits counts 40%, and then the time you take to complete your degree, it also counts 40%. So if you complete your degree within the minimum period, which is usually 3 years, then you get like the full 3, which is the full 40%. Then if you complete it with the minimum period plus 6 months, then you get a 2, which is like 2 out of 3 out of the 40%. Then if you complete it within the minimum period plus 12 months, that's a 1. Then minimum period plus 2 years, that's a 0. So if you completed your degree within the minimum period degree without like repeating a year or a semester, then you are good. But if you repeated, you are still good, but chances you are at a lesser chance of getting it. And then priority research area. So when you're applying, there's a place where you can like add the priority research area. For that, always choose yes, because it counts 20%. You can choose a yes or a no, right? And then just choose yes, and then try align it. Try write something about it aligning to like one of the priority of one of the national research priority areas. Because if you align it to that, chances are, even if your mark is bad or you repeated a year, but if it's aligned with that, it means that you are trying to do something to the economy of South Africa, so you have a greater chance of putting it. So please pay attention to how you answer that question. Be attentive about it, and then ask for help about editing or whatever that you need to do for that section. And then also, NRF is divided into full cost scholarship and partial cost. It's full cost and partial cost. So full cost, it covers everything from your tuition, your accommodation, travel allowance, actual allowance. So it covers everything plus like that allowance that we all need. So for honors, I think you get like 1,000 rand of travel allowance, and then you get 2,750 per month. That is for like a normal like food allowance. And then if like you're staying in an accommodation, I think the cap is like 55,000 for accommodation. If you stay in accommodation that costs like 20,000 a year, whatever that is left, you get it back. Or if you stay in accommodation, if you stay in accommodation that pays less than 55,000 rand, you get the extra money back. But if it's above, there's always you're gonna have to top up. So that's a nice thing about if you have like the full cost. But like the conditions for you to get the full cost plan is that if you get a 75% and above, and you secure that the bursary, automatically you get like full cost. Then there's also like if you finance, what do they call it? Financial aid means finance means if like the family income in your house is like less than 250,000 rand a year, or if you're like a previous NSFAS student, automatically if you get an average of 65% and above, and you do get the scholarship, then you get full cost. But if the gross income of your family is above, I think it's 250,000 rand a year or 800,000 rand a year, one of the two. But if it's above that, then you can only get the partial cost one. The partial cost one pays for your accommodation and for your tuition and registration only, and you don't get an allowance. So that's for honors. And then for masters, you get all of that for full cost, but like your monthly allowance, I think it's like 30,000 rand a year. So you get like 3,000 a month instead of the 2,250 that you get for masters, for honors. Then for PhD is even greater. So try get a 75% average if you want to get like a full cost one. And also remember that applying for NRF does not mean that you are gonna get it. It's highly competitive. NRF shouldn't be your only hope. Apply to as many bursaries as you can, because there's a high chance, no matter how smart you are. I'm telling you, like I worked super hard. My average was like, I got like an exceptional average. Like I got extremely good results. Like I was so shocked when I didn't get it. So, and that was the thing, I was only relying on NRF. So when I didn't get it, I was shattered. But through the grace of God, I can't stress how God has been so good to me. I literally, I got a bursary that I didn't even apply for. Like literally, like someone, a virologist here at UCT like approached me about like this funding opportunity, and I got it. But like that, it's not about that. What I'm trying to say is at least apply to like 10 bursaries, so that if NRF doesn't give you, you have other opportunities, you have other options. Don't let NRF be your only option, because they can be pretty bad. It's not really bad, but like anything can happen, you know. So for masters, the application is like literally more complicated. So academic merit, it counts 5%, and it's from 0, 1, 2 and 3. Exactly 0 is if you get an average of 64% and below, automatically you're ineligible. If you get below 64%, you don't even apply. if you haven't been getting anything below above 65%, save yourself the stress of applying and getting rejected, so don't even apply. But if not, you can get a 69 to 65 to 69, then apply because you get a 1. And then 70 to 74 you get a 2, 75 to 100 we get 3, which is the highest we can get. So then even in this document, it's in the description. So how they check your average is going to be based on if your undergrad is already, if your honors already completed, they're going to use those marks. If you're currently doing your honors, then they're going to take your average of your final year marks. And then if you're still doing your 4-year undergrad, then obviously they're going to take your final year 3rd year marks. No, your final 3rd year marks. And then completion time of previous degree, like I said, if you completed previous degree within the minimum period, you get 3. If you completed it within the minimum period in 6 months, you get 2. If you completed it within the minimum prescribed period and 12 months, get 12. You get 1. Then if you did it over the minimum period was 2 years or greater than that, you get a 0. And then they're obviously they're gonna take the, if you get like a 2, they're gonna take the 2 over 3 and then multiply it by 15 over 100. Then you're gonna get your mark out of 15. Then you put all your marks together, and then you're gonna get the mark that you're gonna get out of 100. And from there, that's how they place people. And then national research, private research area, like I said in the honors one, if you see this, please choose it, answer it correctly, answer it to the best. So I think you get like 500 characters for this. And then also I think for the national research areas, I think there's poverty evaluation, there's transformation, and job creation. So if your research project is lined with one of those 3 things, and then you choose this and you give like a short description, it puts you at a better chance of securing the bursary, greater than good academic results and greater than completing it within the minimum prescribed period. So please, this is very, very important. And then the other 30% is going to come from your project's outline, which I think this is the most important part of your application. It comes 30%. And basically you just like writing down about like what your project is going to be about, like giving like an overview of your project, giving like the aims. I can go through mine if it's gonna allow me, and then tell you what I have for my application, because I feel like this is like the most important part of your application, and you have to really sit and think. It literally took me like a day or 2 to do it. So what is my password? The application is complete now. The only thing that I need to add is attachments. Okay, message outline. Okay, yeah, project outline. So my project is going to be about like TB and finding TB drug, discovering developing TB drugs. So I gave in like a background of what TB is, and like I gave in like some stats of the amount of people who have died from TB, and why it's like one of the biggest killers in the world, and like how it kills people, right? And then from there, after giving like a background, I went into my I said problem and way forward. So I identified the problem, and then I said the way forward of how we can move from the problem that we had. Then from there I gave in the aim of my research, then I gave in the objectives of my research, and after giving the objectives I gave like an overview of the materials and methods, and then after that I attached my references. So I had like 10,000 words, 9,844, close to 10,000 words just for that. So it took me a long time to do it, and like it's like one of the most important part of of your application. So do take your time while doing it. Like I said, there's also the one for PhD, which is almost the same, but it has like one more thing. So, well, two more things. And then I don't want to make this video any longer than it is, but like if there's any of you guys would actually let me to go through like the what is this? With this. Would like me to go through like the framework document and like the framework documents and the guide of how they actually like assess the application, let me know, then I can do a video on that so that you like apply with like good confidence that you're gonna get accepted. And then don't make the mistake that I made. Go to, if you need these documents, let me know. If I need to go through them with you, let me know, because I do have them. And like, yeah, so that's why I'm gonna cut the video now. I hope you understood what I was saying, and I hope that I encouraged you to at least apply for NRF, but also look for other bursaries. Also, if you're looking for bursaries, you can like comment down below if you need like a video of me like telling you guys about all the bursaries that you can do, because like there's a lot of bursaries. There's like the SRI bursary, there's provincial bursaries, MasterCard. There's a lot of bursaries that you can apply for. So if you need a video on that, do let me know and we're gonna get into it. And with that said, thank you for watching. Love you guys. I love you. Bye.